So what did we learn from tonight's win? Whenever Brandon Pajemski is on the court, we start losing. When he was out during the second quarter, we started winning. And then when he comes back during the third quarter, we have 3 field goals. 3 field goals. Keep in mind his plus minus is minus 21. When the second worst plus or minus was minus 3. And he's pass better. Mind you, Pat Better played a good game. So, I don't know, just food for thought. And this is not like abnormal either.
Larpers. Performative men. Pick-me's.
I'm so ugly.
Panderers.
Want to break his ego?
Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar.
All of them exist in different spaces, but in essence, they are all performing the same action, and that action is commonly referred to as grifting. A grifter is similar to a larper in the sense that they both act as something that they are not to further their own personal interests. In this video, I will explain to you how to spot a grifter. But before I do, I'm going to explain why you should care. And I'm going to do that by giving you an example. So, I used to be in the Red Pill community. If you want to know more about that, I have a video explaining my experiences with the Red Pill community. But what you need to know is that there was an individual by the name of Andrew Tate. Now, Andrew Tate at first didn't seem to be a terrible person, but as time went on, he adopted and promoted more and more extreme views. And those extreme views attracted people with even more extreme views, who he welcomed with open arms.
I need 40.
Now this is an issue because Red Pill originally was created to kind of combat sexism in a way that feminism was not doing. Andrew Tate was simply in it for the fame and the popularity. This ended up turning Red Pill from a gender equality movement with some fixable issues into an extreme movement for young men. To put it simply, he took something that had the potential to be beneficial and turned it into something which exacerbated issues that we are already struggling to deal with. While on the topic of Andrew Tate, he is a very good example of the first sign of a grifter, which is that they are extremely vocal in the space of their choosing. They will have a tendency to say the most ridiculous and rage-baity things because they know it will get them views.
I've known you for years, but you're Jewish, right?
I'm actually not. I'm raised Roman Catholic, but I have a great affinity for Jewish people in Israel.
You're gay!
And those views will put their face out there.
Guys, if your woman owns a business and you decide to work there, you already lost, bro.
I am a young, impressionable child, and I will uphold your worldview now. Thank you. That clip was ridiculous. Now, comparing it to this next clip from Andrew Tate seems kind of tame.
There's a magical power amongst men, which has been forgotten and lost. When you put enough men in the same room, there's a transference of energy that makes us feel invincible. I say all the time, your friends should bring out the worst in you. And when I say the worst, I mean, you know, when you're with your boys and you're loud, and you feel aggressive, and you're about it, and you'll talk to that bitch. Who cares if she says no?
Whoa, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
Real quick, who cares if she says no? I don't.
Can you say that again? Just the way you said it.
Who cares if she says no?
Who cares if she says no? Who cares if she says no?
Those allegations aren't looking so allegation-y anymore.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
But on a serious note, this is one of the tactics that they'll typically employ. They'll say something that's true, that you can establish in kind of fact, and then they'll say something that's not too crazy based on what they've just said, and then they'll use that thing that they've said that's not too crazy to build some outlandish argument that would make no sense without the context provided before it. Plants don't want to be eaten, which is why all plants, and by extension vegetables, will contain a small amount of toxin, and this toxin can kill your testosterone. Now, the beginning part of that was true. Plants don't want to be eaten. No living thing wants to die. The second half, based on the first half, sounds reasonable if you don't go and do research.
I studied, bro.
Which these creators are banking on the fact that you won't. And the third half was just complete nonsense. Not all plants contain toxins, and even if plants do contain toxins, there's no guarantee that it's coming for testosterone. And make note of the fact that I use testosterone, because a lot of these creators will pull out something that you will never care about. Typically, they are geared towards younger, more impressionable audiences. As you saw from that comment earlier, that comment was a joke, but it was making fun of the reality of the situation. And it also introduced my next point, which is the fact that they prey on the impressionable. They typically create a fantasy situation and then bring up topics that their target audience has been too young to care about. Take, for example, the TikToker Jake Carringer. He is an example of a panderer who, in basically all of his videos, creates this fantasy situation where he assumes that all women are in relationships with terrible and toxic men. And then he also assumes that these women want to return the favor by being toxic women.
Want to break his ego?
No.
Text him happy birthday on the wrong day. Show him how much you care. Stay toxic.
And the crazy part about this is that this helps absolutely no one. All you're doing is creating more toxic people who are participating in more toxic relationships, which only furthers this internet-created divide between men and women by bringing it into the real world. Now, something that Jake Carringer did in that video, and he does in a lot of his other videos, also introduces the third sign of a grifter, which is that they say exactly what you want to hear. Now, this one is dangerous because everyone likes to be right. Everyone likes to know that they were on the right track.
Hi, my good boy.
That look at me, all these people were wrong and I was right. But this is dangerous because it tricks people into wanting to watch that creator more, because that creator has now essentially become their confirmation bias. Now, along with Jake Carringer, there's another TikTok creator. A lot of these people are on TikTok, by the way. It's just really easy to appeal to masses of people in short form videos. There's a creator by the name of Sean Wells who employs the same tactic as Jake Carringer.
Oh, no, you're just not discovering that women don't text you back when they're out unless you send them some money to spend when they're out? Oh, boy, you have so much growing up to do. If she says she's going out, she's texting you. Send her $50. Just send her 50. I know, it's not that much. Trust me, any date gonna be more than it. If you got to send 100, be like, get you and your friend a plate. Sure, she might respond then. But hey, maybe you don't like her that much.
Did you know that if you stop talking, we don't have to hear your annoying ass?
Please, please, please send her money. Just send her money. It doesn't hurt you at all. It's good for you. Send her money. Send her money.
She's not letting you fall. She's not letting you fall.
Now, obviously, if you couldn't tell, and if you couldn't tell, you fell for the trap.
Gotcha, bitch.
He's doing this not to get onto men's For You pages, but to get onto women's For You pages so that they can go, oh, you ate who, sup, tea, oh my goodness. And then they can share this within their little echo chamber of women. And it builds this expectation that to get a woman, to make a woman attracted to you, you have to give her money. Like she's one of, And going back to the manosphere, those guys do it too, where they say, the problems are all with society, the problems are all with women, the problems are all with this, that, and the third. You gotta escape the matrix by day trading and subscribing to my course, which is only $20,000. And now they've roped in that audience that they wanted to do their bidding. And if they wanted to make money, now they can make money off of them, or they can use them to boost their ego or whatever they wanted out of their audience.
FeedMeMore.com.
Problem is, when this goes wrong, and it eventually will, they just look so corny, like, oh my goodness, look at this.
Let's not take the piss here.
I cannot believe that I breathe the same air as these people, writing down absolutely nothing in some torn and tattered book that you probably printed off of Google Images or something. I mean, these people are so things that I can't say on YouTube. Now, I must say that simply because someone online is doing all three of these things, it does not guarantee that they are a grifter, nor will all grifters be doing all three of these things. But these signs are just good to have in your back pocket, just in case you're online and you do run into a grifter. With that being said, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you sticking around to the end, and I'll catch you in the next video.